On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Houston Texans. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Carr right away going to look to throw. Little short pass here to Hill, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be second down. Here's Carr. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. You look at the defense for these Texans. Now, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
In today's football, there aren't a lot of goals for defenses. But when you hold a team under 100 total yards of offense, yeah, that has to be a goal that was met. Big check mark for them in last week's game.
Carr going to try and throw on third down. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 46. Now Carr again. Back to Kamara for another catch. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. To throw his Carr. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get downfield, the more frenetic things get, and the more calm and control you have to remain as a defender. That was a little bit of a slip there, and the penalty will go against him.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That tackle behind the line made by Will Anderson.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Now Carr. That to the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
This will be caught at about the 6. That'll go for a gain of 7 at its second down. They'll run it up the middle now. Gordon. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Melvin Gordon with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
He lets it go deep for Olave. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to. From the gun, it's Carr. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
And they'll go play action here with Stroud. Escaping the pressure right. This pass caught by Hamler. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And good yardage there on 1st down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Here's 3rd and a few inches. Pierce will try to pick it up. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So no gain on the play, and that'll set up 2nd and goal. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second corner from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football. As they come up now, 2nd and goal. Gordon. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. In motion right, that's Dell. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. And he will have a touchdown. Take Dell. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now 14-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Will Anderson. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Carr. Looking long for Thomas. And this will be incomplete. Both players with a shot at it that time, but neither coming away with it. Here comes the Saints punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Returning it, here's Hamler. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Stroud. And that's checked down to Gordon. Call it no gain there on the first down play.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
Eluding the pressure right. Oh, what was he thinking there? It's easily intercepted. And the Saints are going to get the football there as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
He's been having a good day so far, but I think he got a little overzealous on that one. Still young in this league. Has to learn to try not to do too much on an individual play because, as we all know, sometimes less is more. And throwing away is preferable to making the big mistake.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
From midfield, here's Carr. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Kyle Van Noy just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Kamara up the middle. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Carr now to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense. Blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And no move to pull Carr and the offense off. They're going to go on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Carr. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. First down. Back to the ground. It's Kamara. Brought down in the play by the linebacker, Christian Harris.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. Shotgun now for Carr. Tries the left side, and it's out. He put it on the carpet, and the Texans scoop it.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Not a big run, not an explosive run, but they've held the ball for plenty of plays on this drive. They're just trying to impose their will on the defense right now.
They run it again with Kamara. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
Dennis Allen, he makes a call, and his offense stays put. They're going to go for it.
Here we go with Kamara. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. Jones will come now in motion right. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
That's out to the flat for Gordon.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Stroud to throw it.
Buying time to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline.
And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down on the other side of midfield.
A big play there just before halftime. 41 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. It's Gordon. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. A very one-sided first half. 17-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3.
And the fair catch signaled for and taken, so they'll begin this 3rd quarter from their 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They'll start the 3rd quarter on the ground with Gordon. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
On 2nd down, it's Stroud.
This is Gordon on the dump off. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling. Held it to an okay gain.
He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 22.
On 1st down, here's Stroud.
Dancing to his left. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
A shotgun snap to Stroud.
And he's taken down here by the Saints.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Stroud on 3rd down now.
And that will be incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
Stroud and company going for it.
Steps away to his left. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Houston.
Tank Dell.
His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Texans' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead is now 24. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw complete there to Thomas. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35.
A big-time play there for New Orleans. 55 yards.
I can still hear it reverberate through this thick skull of mine. Crossing routes versus man-to-man coverage, it's a bad matchup for the defense. Those tend to work very well as they run away from a defender.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Now Carr. Forced out to his left. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be second down.
Stroud out of the gun here.
And this one is incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception.
Down he finds Kamara. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it's
and he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
Now from back at the 5, this is 3rd and goal. To throw, it's Carr. Under pressure, they got him again. Kyle Van Noy picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. His kick is good, and that will finish off this 3rd quarter of play. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
He'll let this go deep for Collins.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown.
Nico Collins.
His first touchdown on the year.
And the Texans are looking to run it to 5-1 on the season as they add to their fourth quarter lead.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Good work after the catch, gets him 15 and a first down. Throwing now is Carr. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 39 yards there, a big one. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Carr to throw. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Kyle Van Noy able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. On 2nd down, here's Carr. Being chased out left. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Jalen Petrie picks it off, and the Texans are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stairs on that.
They intercept Stroud again, the 3rd time in this game.
Isaac Yedem picks it, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And that pick 6 a moment ago doesn't change things too much. They still seem pretty comfortable with a 3-possession fourth quarter lead. And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. 2nd down coming up. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense.
It's caught inside the 25.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win.
Stroud will look to throw once more.
Buying time to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
From the gun on third down, here's Stroud.
Flush to his right. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. Gordon can't break through against this defensive line, and the Saints able to come up with a goal line stand. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that, saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of it. That's just who they are.
And now here's another interception. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD.
That right there, Charles, is your exclamation mark. They already had the nice lead on their way to a victory, but one final touchdown here to widen the margin late in the 4th quarter.
Let's make it pretty simple. When you can seemingly score at will, why wouldn't you take advantage of being in that zone and getting one more to cap off this game?
And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things.
And that's caught inside the 35. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 46 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Carr going to throw. He's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Now Carr throwing on 2nd down.
He completes it to Olave.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract. And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
Groupie able to add the PAT.
And that'll cut the lead down now to 22.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10.
He completes it to Julio Jones. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. That one looks like he'll throw here. Dancing to his left. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Isaac Yiadom in there to pick it.
And the Saints are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
And the tough thing is when he goes back and reviews the film, he'll see that he already escaped the pocket. He could have gotten more himself by using his legs, and that might have been the better choice there instead of challenging the zone. A miscalculation on his part, and he pays for it with the interception.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted.
Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward.
And the Texans come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got